Okay. All right. Hello again. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope to find you all safe on your holy ground again with all your loved ones. Now, more people keep attending. It's an honor and a privilege to be among you all. As I said earlier, this is theoretically our third session together, but because of many issues that we had previously, we could not begin. So this is a session that is hopefully going to explain most of the issues that we've been having. Obviously, there will be Arabic whenever needed. I need to begin by introducing myself. My name is Mondher Al-Yousfi. I'm a teacher of English in Tunisia. I live in the city of Gebes, which is in the south of Tunisia, and I'm most honored to be among you here today to assist you in this subject of technical English. But let me begin by this. If you would like to introduce yourselves, that would be great. Is it possible? Can we do that? You can do it with whether by voice or whether by writing, whichever suits you more comfortably, okay? All right, we have a message. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Okay, would you prefer me to be speaking in Arabic? I'll do that sometimes, yes. I'm Muhammad Al-Afifi. Yes, nice to meet you, sir. And I hope you all are doing okay. Now, let's begin with the first bit. A student asked me earlier, what is it that is going to happen today? I said that there will be six bits, inshallah, six steps, which is introducing the subject, introducing the methodology of teaching, then how would the marks be calculated? I know students are interested in marks all the time. And number four is, what are you supposed to do in this course? Which is a question that I kept repeating and I kept receiving throughout the sessions. And then you have what are the key concepts in this subject. And finally, there will be room for questions and answers as we go by and by. Okay? All right. Now, let's begin with this. What is technical English? Have you had this subject before? Or is it your first time with this subject? Oh, sorry, don't mind. Please proceed in English, Mr. Mondher. Okay. Uh, you're okay. It's the first time. Okay, nice, nice, nice. All right. I like introducing subjects to students because it feels that it gives me some form of freedom in introducing the materials to them. So let's see. What's technical English? You're all obviously engineers, right? I'm a teacher of English. And I know that engineers think of themselves as a special kind of humans, right? Do you think that you're better than the others? Is this true, or is this just a meme? I think it is true. I see it even in Tunisian engineers. I have many friends who think themselves to be superior than others. Okay. Now, all right, good, good. I'm seeing that all of you are saying is true. Okay, at least you're honest with yourselves. You're recognizing it. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now, why? What's an engineer? Let's begin with this idea. What's an engineer? Obviously, you are engineers. So who are you? What's an engineer? Mhm. I believe one of the most accurate definitions would be a problem solver, right? Somebody who sees problems in a different way and devises a material answer to them. A person who's able to solve problems. Yes, yes. Right. That's exactly accurate. So, how is it that these problems are solved? Okay, we have tools, we have someone who can solve problems step by step. Okay, problems at the lowest cost. Yes, lowest cost is a good idea. A creative thinker that applies the knowledge to achieve and build such goals. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'm impressed at the attendance raised. I'm very happy that this course is being attended by so many people. That's nice. Okay. I hope you will not regret it. I hope I would be at the level of your expectations. Okay, so we talked about four ideas, and I feel that all of them should unite to describe an engineer. One, a problem solver, of course. Yes, there is a problem, there is a situation, there is a need that needs to be fixed. Okay, sure. Then we have solving the problem through steps, through different steps that are gradual, that are organized, that are specifically ordained to reach this solution in the most efficiency possible. Okay. And then you talked about cost. So, of course, low cost is a great part of this because it is, in fact, a business or an application in the business field. So, it is important to have a low cost. Obviously, I'll be talking and I'll be sharing with you some documents, as you will see in a bit. But as I told you earlier, there will be a summary of most of the courses that we do together in this video format or audio format or whichever suits you. And we would see that there are summaries for this in a PDF format or a Word format or PowerPoint format on all three, right? And I'll make sure, inshallah, to send to each member of the WhatsApp group all the needed summaries that they may get. Okay, sure, sure. I can definitely mix both languages. Right, okay. So, به سأحاول الحديث بالفصحى وأصلحوا لي متى ما أمكنكم ذلك لأني لم أتمكن بعد من لهجتكم بالشكل الكافي الذي يجعلني أحاور بها لمدة ساعات طويلة. طيب فلنبدأ. ما الهدف من هذا الدرس؟ الهدف من هذا الدرس هو استعمال اللغة الإنجليزية في سياق الهندسة. يعني ليس هذا فقط متعلقا بالكلمات الأساسية، وأرى أن هذه هي الجملة الرئيسية التي أريد منكم استيعابها في هذا المساق. طيب، هل يعني هذا أننا لن نحتاج إلى المصطلحات؟ لا، أكيد سنحتاج إلى المصطلحات، سنحتاج إلى الكلمات التقنية، سنحتاج إلى العبارات التي نسمي بها أدوات معينة مثلا أو اختراعات معينة مثلا، ولكن أريد منكم أن تميزوا بين الإنجليزية الأدبية مثلا والإنجليزية الهندسية. بمعنى، ما المراد من الإنجليزية الأدبية وهي الاختصاص الأول بالأساس؟ أن تكون أدبية، بمعنى أن تكون تخيلية، أن تكون فنية، أن تكون ممتعة في القراءة. بينما الإنجليزية الهندسية بالأساس هي إنجليزية ناجعة، يعني يراد بها أن تفسر الفكرة في أقصر وقت ممكن بأقل عدد ممكن من الكلمات. Which is what you called earlier at the lowest cost possible, right? So the point of Mr. Mrs. Sorry, Sarah, by saying a creative person who solves problems at the lowest cost is, I believe, a great definition. Okay. Now, how is it?
شاطر.
تفضلي. نعم. طبعا لكم حرية مجال التدخل كلما شئتم لتفسير نقطة معينة أو لمزيد النقاش في نقطة معينة، لكم كل الحرية في ذلك. طيب، جميل. نعود إلى موضوعنا. إذن ما الهدف من تعلم هذه من هذه المادة؟ عندنا في تونس لا نسميها مساقات، نسميها مواد. طيب، ما الهدف من هذا المساق؟ I believe it is important to know what are the learning objectives. What do we want you to acquire, right? All right. Sorry, I have a flu. Sorry for that, and I'm going to use this many times, so please forgive me. I'm very sorry. Okay, so what's the point of using English in an engineer course. You're engineers. Why do you need English? Yeah? Why would you need English? Because most of the writings today are in English. Most of the writings in your field are in English. Okay. Most of the theories are in English. Most of the concepts are in English. Most of the tools are in English. To be able to understand others, yes, because it is an international language, sure. And to have horizons. Okay, let me ask you this. Are you all the same discipline? I mean, I know that engineers have different specialties, right? Are you all within the same specialty, or are there different specialties among you as students? I know that there is electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, different types, right? So, yes, okay. So, what would you like to be? What is it? Which type of engineers would you like to be? I think we have three major types today. We have mechanical, you have computer, exactly, and chemical engineering, right? Yes, architectural, yeah, that's part of mechanical. All right. So, as we already agreed, since engineering is solving problems, if I'm talking about computer engineering, I'm trying to solve certain problems with computers, right? Like what we're doing now. Zoom is a solution that is solving problems. I don't need to be with you to give you this course. I wish I was with you, but I don't need to be with you at this point to give you the course, right? Architecture, sure, yes. Right. Architecture is a solution to what problem? What problem exists that needs architecture? Yeah? Housing. One of the key issues, yes, spaces. Right. Housing. So I need to live in a space. If the environment is raining, for example, if the exam or in the environment is sunny, I need a house. I need roofs. Right. Okay. If we're talking about chemical engineering, for example, right? So what do I need? What kind of problems are existent? Yeah. Chemical engineering would study the reactions between different elements. Yeah. And how these elements are present throughout the course, right? Or throughout their interactions. See? Okay. So overall, what we're talking about is how does engineering solve problems in different areas? So think about it that way always. Okay, now let's begin with something very simple, which is a question that you kept asking me all the time. I believe your former professor was Dr. Jawdat, right? He is the head of your department, I believe. Yes? Okay. Yes, indeed. So he's a very nice gentleman, and I hope to meet him one day. He's a very good character, and I hope that he would be a good idea. Okay. So what is it that we are doing here? We're going to use some of what is happening in his slides to solve the problem. Okay? All right. So please share with your friends. Apparently, some of them are not aware that the course has started. Okay, let me just send to the WhatsApp group. Okay. I think that there are two groups, right? I think the WhatsApp has two groups, maybe one regarding only this course and another regarding all of the students in the department, right? Okay. So, as you see, you might be asking yourselves, what is this document that you see here? Are you looking at a PDF document here? Can you see this? You have a table with a list of words and some pictures, right? Yes, tools, exactly. Okay, so why is it that engineers need tools? Why do you need tools? I know this is basics, but you need to know these tools because they help you to solve problems. Okay, so it begins with an idea, meaning that there is a certain situation which needs to be changed, which needs to be moving. Okay? All right. So I keep going to the WhatsApp because there are certain questions that keep get flown to me. Okay. So what is it that I want you to do? I would like us to acquire these words. Yes. By the way, I know and I'm quite aware of the situation. So this course is not going to cost you anything. You will not need to print one page out. Okay? This is my promise to you. And what you're going to do is only going to use the internet whenever possible at your own level, at your own rate, whichever suits you. I'm not going to use any other extra documents that might be problematic for you. Okay? Now, what do we need? We need the following. One format to work on this is to see. Right, let me answer this. Most welcome. It's a pleasure. It's an honor, and it's not any kind of favor that I'm doing. Okay. So, the idea of efficiency that we talked about earlier, we need to be efficient. We need to be as economic as possible in terms of costs, is to use as few words as possible. So, let's trust try and do something. Instead of, say, using this, okay? Page, the 13th one, let's say this. Okay, now, if I ask you to describe this, 6, okay, can you see it? Then that's the PDF document that you're using via WhatsApp. I will, sure. Okay, it's a hammer, sure. Okay, now, can we describe it in a sentence? What is it? It's a tool that we use to do what? Uh-huh. To maybe, okay, that we use to knock on nails. Yes, it can break stones. Okay, a tool used for hammering. Yes, simple. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. A hammer is used for hammering. Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, it's a repetition, but okay, what I'm trying to tell you is technical English is economic in the sense that I don't need to say this is a tool that we use to knock on solids. I will use just one word, which is a hammer. right? This is what we mean by that. Now, as you noticed, all of you divided, or those of you who answered, defined the same tool in different ways, in very different ways. So it's a good idea to have the same denomination, the same name for that tool to make sure that it is united, okay? That it is unified, that an engineer who speaks Arabic is also an engineer who speaks Japanese. They will all have the same outcome, okay? Meaning that it's much easier to communicate with this. Now, if I ask you about 13, for example, what's this? What do we use it for? اوكي، حاضر حاضر. طيب، الهدف من استعمال المصطلحات، الهدف من استعمال الكلمات التقنية هو الاقتصاد، يعني أن لا نستعمل عبارات كثيرة في حين يمكننا استعمال عبارات أقل. عندما نستعمل مصطلحات معينة لتسمية آلات أو آليات أو معدات بطريقة محددة، نربح أمرين على الأقل. فلن أحتاج لأن أقول الأداة التي يمكن الطرق بها على عدة أسطح مثلا، فهذه تكون مطرقة. يمكنني أن أختصر الوقت والجهد والكلمات، فأقول ما يلي، فأقول هي كلمة واحدة وهي مطرقة. طيب، ففائدة المصطلحات هي أنها تربحنا الوقت والجهد والطول. طيب، نعم نعم، لا بأس لا بأس. I'm going to use both languages inshallah, and it's a good thing that I'm originally a teacher of translation, so sorry. My first specialty is translation and literature, so it's something that would help me deal with both languages inshallah. Feel free please to ask me whenever you need any kind of explanation. I'm here to serve you. It's a pleasure and an honor again and again. So please feel free to ask. Okay. إذا نعود إلى العربية. ما الهدف من هذه المصطلحات؟ هي أن تكون موحدة، حتى إذا ما التقى مثلا مهندس من مكان ما، من دولة ما، فلنقل من اليمن مثلا، مع مهندس من كندا، يكون اللقاء بينهما سهلا لأنهما سيستعملان نفس المصطلح لنفس العبارة، فيكون هذا بسيطا يعني. فلن يكون ثمة مشاكل في التواصل بينهما. وهذه هي خاصية الإنجليزية التقنية، فهي نعم معتمدة على المصطلحات أكثر شيء، ولكنها بالأساس تهدف إلى التواصل، هدفها التواصل. وهذا كما ترون TE1 نقصد به Technical English 1. فمثلا، ما الهدف من هذه 19؟ Number 19. Before talking about the name, what do we use this for? 19. Have you seen this one before? I think for wheels. Yes. Okay. Loosen and tighten the screws. I think for wheels. Yes, it is for wheels. It is to remove a flat wheel. When the wheel has an accident, right? So عندما تثقب مثلا عجلة سيارة ما، سيكون من الضروري تغييرها، ولن يتم تغييرها إلا بعد نزعها من مكانها لفسح المجال أمام الإطار الثاني حتى يأخذ محلها. وبسبب متى بتنتهي؟ طيب، سأحاول الانتهاء بعد ربع ساعة تقريبا. لن طيب، فماذا نقول؟ لن أستغرق أكثر من 30 دقيقة تقريبا. I follow, but I'm not really aware of most of those tools. The picture may be familiar, but I don't recognize the name and title. Not a problem, not a problem. It's not important to know every word, but there will be the correction of this, and you will see that each one of them has a different name. Uh, it's 1 hour. The video lecture is only 1 hour. So I will only be talking for 30 minutes more. And then, like we agreed, I'll be sending you the video and the audio along with the summaries, right? يس إن شاء الله. ستكون كل الشرائح المضمنة ضمن المحاضرة مسجلة، وسيرسل لكم تسجيل للفيديو وللكلمات يعني وللصوت، مع مع المهام المتعلقة بكل محاضرة. وهنا آتي إلى النقطة التي سألتموني كثيرا عليها، وهي ما يلي: ما المطلوب منا بعد كل محاضرة؟ طيب، هذا هو السؤال الأكثر شهرة في جروب الواتساب، صح؟ طيب، ماذا تتوقعون أن يكون مطلوبا منكم؟ What do you expect to be your assignments? Yeah. So theoretically, we agreed the course is normally 8 weeks, right? This is week 3 normally, but we're going to do only this one, so that next week's inshallah we will replace the first two that we missed. Okay. So what do we have? We have a week 1, meaning an introduction to the course. We talked about the concept of an engineer. We talked about the different types of an engineer. We talked about the importance of engineering in terms of language. We talked about the aspects of technical English in terms of economy, in terms of how it is not as expressive as other words, let's say. And this takes me to the different steps. به. Now, أحيانا ستقفز بعض الكلمات التونسية ضمن الكلام، فاعذروني. طيب، كيف سيتم تطور المحاضرات أثناء المساق؟ طيب، هذه المحاضرة الأولى وهي مقدمة كما تحدثنا. قدمنا المادة بشكل عام، فسنقدم الآن كيف سيتم تداول الحصص. سيتم تداول الحصص كما يلي: سيكون ثمة محاضرة مسجلة كهذه، فيها المواد الرئيسية، يعني فيها المفاهيم التي يراد منكم استيعابها ضمن الهدف المرصود لتلك الحصة. طيب، هل ثمة اعتماد على الشروحات أو على سلايدز المقدمة من الزملاء في الجامعة الإسلامية ثابت أسبوعيا؟ نعم، نعم إن شاء الله. هل يناسبكم هذا الموعد؟ أظنه كان الموعد الذي صوت له أغلب المشاركين، فإن كان هذا الموعد يناسبكم سنعتمده أسبوعيا. إن شئتم حتى برفع الأيدي يمكن التصويت بشكل سهل. هل يناسبكم هذا الموعد؟ جميل. طيب طيب، ممتاز، توكلنا على الله. إذا نعتمده الموعد الأسبوعية. وأنا شخصيا يناسبني، لأن العطلة لدينا، العطلة الأسبوعية يعني، هي يوم الأحد، ليس كمثلكم يوم الجمعة. طيب، ف يناسبني أيضا. But if it is Saturday it would be lighter in my case. Okay. إن شئتم نقوم بحصص مختلفة كل أسبوع حسب الوقت الذي يناسبكم. أنا أعلم أن الظروف استثنائية، فنحاول قدر الإمكان التعامل معها بشكل ممتاز إن شاء الله. طيب طيب، شكرا جزيلا. إذا نمضي لما يطلب منكم خلال المساق. What do you need to do? You need to do three things. Okay? I think there is one basic issue regarding the 20%. Okay. So, you have a quiz, meaning after each lecture there will be a quiz. بعد كل محاضرة سيرسل لكم سؤال أو مجموعة من الأسئلة بنظام الاختيار المتعدد، يعني ستكون ثمة سؤال واحتمالات متعددة. اليوم مناسب، الساعة غير مناسبة، لو صباحا أفضل. طيب، لا بأس عندي. سترفع على المودل إن شاء الله. نعم نعم نعم، سترفع على المودل بإذن الله. وسيكون وسترفع أصلا على جروب الواتساب، أظنها أسهل بشكل ما بهذا الشكل. وإن شئتم أن نرفعها على التليجرام أيضا، لا مانع عندي، وأظن أن أسهل طريقة في الاستعمال هي التليجرام اليوم. فهو من ناحية الأمان أضمن، وهو من ناحية السرعة أسرع. طيب. Yeah, okay. I hope so. I hope so. I am already enjoying it. And let me tell you something that I hope will make you proud. I'm teaching, like I told you, at university here in Gabis, and usually the attendance course is 5, 10, 15, and so on. Yeah?
بعد
But
إذنك،
here.
ما فهمت
تفضل
شو حيصير
تفضل.
على التليجرام؟
طيب، على التليجرام سيصير ما يلي. سأرسل لكم تسجيل الحصة بالفيديو والصوت. سيكون ثمة ملفان. طيب. سأرسل لكم رقمي على التليجرام، وسننشئ إن شئتم قناة هنالك أو مجموعة هنالك. سأرسل لكم الفيديو والصوت، وإن شئتم أن تستمعوا للصوت دون الفيديو لا بأس. فلن يكون ثمة فرق كبير، خاصة في الحصة الأولى هذه. طيب، أنا فقط أحتاج أو أريد أن أستغل المجال الذي يساعدكم بشكل أفضل، يعني أي تطبيقة أو أي وسائط تكون مناسبة لكم بشكل أكثر، فلا بأس عندي في استعمالها. المهم عندي أن تصل لكم المعلومة كما تريدون وبشكل مناسب إن شاء الله. طيب. كنت أقول لكم أن عدد الحاضرين معنا هنا الآن هو أكثر من أغلب الحصص التي أدرسها في الجامعة. عادة عندنا متوسط الحضور سيكون بين 10 طلبة أو 15 طالبا، ولكني هنا 28. فأنتم الآن أكثر من عدد الطلبة الذين يحضرون عندنا بشكل أسبوعي. ف thank you for that. I'm already grateful. And yes, Telegram, I do believe that Telegram is the best solution because it's the safest in terms of security, and it's the easiest in terms of use. So it would be very comfortable for us to use it and to present it to all. Okay? All right. Now we go back. So what do you need to do? The course is going to be targeted in three ways. Okay, you will have 20%, 30%, 50%. Okay, the 50% is the final exam. The final exam will be this. There will be a text, and we're supposed to understand the text and answer the text, some questions about it, some questions about the grammar, and a bit of writing. So those are the three sections in the final exam. So we will have reading comprehension, grammar, and writing, a bit of writing. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay, let me translate. So الامتحان النهائي وهو سيكون بمقدار 50% من العلامة النهائية، سيتضمن ثلاثة مراحل أو ثلاثة أقسام. القسم الأول هو نص، يعني شرح نص، دراسة نص، مجموعة أسئلة لاختبار مدى فهمكم للنص. هذه الأولى. الثانية سيكون ثمة تمرينان بعلاقة باللغة أو بالنحو الإنجليزي. وثالثا سيكون ثمة امتحان كتابة أو تمرين كتابة لفقرة ما ذات علاقة بالإنجليزية التقنية. طيب، هذا هو الامتحان النهائي، سيكون 50% من العلامة الكاملة للمساق. طيب، تبقى 50%. 50% ستقسم كما يلي: 20% ستكون الكويز، ما تسمونه أنتم بالكويز، ما نسميه عندنا في بالتقييم الدوري. التقييم الدوري سيكون بعد كل محاضرة، يعني بعد محاضرة اليوم إن شاء الله سيكون ما يلي: سأرسل لكم مجموعة أسئلة ولكم أن تجيبوها بشكل فردي. نعم، سأحاول الاتصال بكل عضو أو بكل فرد في كل رقم في مجموعة الواتساب، وسأرسل لكم هذه الأسئلة بشكل شخصي فردي، وعندكم مجال حتى الأسبوع القادم لتجيبونا عنها بشكل فردي دون الاستعانة ببعضكم. هذا سيكون عملا فرديا. So it is necessary to know the spelling of the words since there is a writing section in the final exam. Yes, it's a good idea to know the spelling of the words. It's a good way to practice and a good way to learn because writing is a task, or writing is a skill that is only bettered by practice. I can only know it through practice. You see? Okay. طيب. يبقى عندنا 30% من العلامة. طيب، أنتم أهل الحسابات والهندسة، هل أنا صحيح إلى حد الآن؟ قلنا 50 و20 والآن 30، صح؟ جميل. طيب، ما المقصود أو ما هي قصة هذه 30%؟ 30% هي التقييم النصفي. أذكر أن كثيرا منكم سألني ما هو التقسيم النصفي. طيب، عفوا، نظريا يمتد هذا المساق على 8 حصص، يعني بعد الحصة الرابعة سيكون ثمة توقف قصير أسألكم بعده سؤالا أو مجموعة من الأسئلة ضمن هذا what was the 20 marks for? Okay, the 20 marks are for weekly assignment that each of you does only once. You select only once. I want to do this one, this one, or this one, or this one. You will be sent a WhatsApp message telling you that you will have choices between this and this and this and this and this so that you can work on what you need to work on. Okay, so ستكون لكم الخيار في اصطفاء أو انتخاب الموضوع الذي تريدون العمل عليه، أو الأسئلة التي قد تحتاجونها في الإجابة. طيب، اقترحت عليكم سابقا بالاتصال مع الدكتور جودة أن one pool of many is enough. I'm not sure I understand you. Assignments, one pool of many is enough? What does one pool of many mean? Okay. So by agreement or with the agreement with Dr. Jawdat, I'm going to use some of his slides. Is there a specific type of questions? Like, yes, yes. Most of them, there will be MCQs, yeah? Most of them, there will be MCQs. Because I know you like MCQs, no? Do you like them? Or do you prefer open questions while you need to write? My experience is that science students like MCQs because they don't want to write a lot. Is this true? Yes, multiple choice is better. Okay, okay, sure, sure. Okay, fine then. Since we agreed about all of the points, let me ask you this. Any questions regarding the exam system? All good? All is clear? Hmm? Any questions? Anything at all? Any reactions? Yes, we have final and midterm and an assignment. Yes, exactly. So final, midterm, and a weekly assignment. Exactly. Now, let's begin with this course, okay? So I will show you a little paragraph just for 10 minutes. Okay, and then I'll give you the last 10 minutes for questions and answers. Okay. Let's say this. We'll need to try and answer 3 questions today. Okay. So, sorry. لا، لن يدرسه معي الدكتور جودة، ولكن will be answered also on WhatsApp or in Moodle. أي طريقة، أي شكل يساعدكم. إن كان مودل هو المناسب لكم بشكل أفضل فليكن. إن كان واتساب هو الأفضل بالنسبة لكم فليكن، لا بأس. اوكي. جميل. إذا فلا أعود إلى ما كنا نحدثكم عنه. أوكي. ها هنا الآن المفروض سترون. يا هل ترون شاشتي؟ لا أظن. يا أوكي I see it. أوكي جميل جميل جميل. chapter 1 yes تماما. أوكي. ما المطلوب؟ Why is it important to study technical and professional communication? Characteristics of good technical writing, functions of technical discourse. But let's first agree. فنتفق أولا على التعريف. ما المقصود ب technical writing أو technical English؟ اتفقنا في هذا وقلنا أنها استعمال مخصوص في سياق تقني للغة الإنجليزية. طيب، جميل. إذا عندما نسأل سؤالا في علاقة ب technical and professional communication، لسائل أن يسأل: أنتم مهندسون، ما علاقتكم بالتواصل communication؟ لماذا أحدثكم عن التواصل والاتصال؟ هل أنتم influencers مثلا؟ لا تحتاجون التواصل، صح؟ عادة عندما نسمع كلمة تواصل أو اتصال يأتي في أذهاننا أو يأتي إلى أذهاننا صورة المراسل أو صورة الفنان أو صورة الصحفي، أليس كذلك؟ لكن لا، ليس هذا التعريف الدقيق ل communication. Communication المقصود بها delivering a message, delivering information to an audience, which is something that you're doing as engineers because you have a problem, like you said earlier, that needs a solution. So what's the idea? The idea is to provide an answer to that. Okay, to convince a certain audience. So I need to be convincing to the audience. And again, you are not writing literary English. You're not writing creative writing. It doesn't have to be personal or subjective. Okay? So one of the key features of technical English is that it is objective, is that it is fact-based, not opinion-based. You see? So, for example, if you feel that let's say أنتم ذكرتم سابقا مثال الهندسة المعمارية. إذا ما رأيتم تصميما ولم يعجبكم، ظننتم أن فيه خللا أو فيه مشاكل قد تؤدي إلى هدم المنزل أو سقوطه أو نحو ذلك، كيف سيكون شكل رسالتكم لمن صمم هذا الشيء؟ هل ستقولون له مثلا هذا تصميم رديء؟ This is a bad plan. Is this technical English? No, this cannot be technical English, right? So if it is going to be technical, it has to be something like this is not an efficient design because the needed materials, for example, or the used materials are not suitable. Or you can say, for example, that it endangers the inhabitants. Or you can say it does not follow the standard procedures. Or it does not have the equal dimensions. Or it's not using, or it's not following the rules of the craft or the rules of the standards. And it's not abiding by the safety measures. So you're using numbers, you're using statistics to justify your points. You see? So instead of just saying your opinion, which is I like it or I don't like it, you would be given data. You would be given statistics about why is it a good project or why it is not a good project. You see? That is what we mean by characteristics of professional communication. Okay, let's look at this. What is a function of a technical communication? Now, can somebody tell me what's a function? A function is a role, right? A function is a role, is a tool. Yes. So, what do you think can be the roles of a good communication or suitable, efficient communication? Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. We said three things: to deliver the messages, to explain the procedures, and to demand or to determine the needed demands. إذا هي تحديد الهدف، بعد طبعا تحديد المشكلة والوضعية التي يجب أن نتعامل معها، ثم تحديد الخطة أو كيف سنحل هذه المشكلة، وثالثا تحديد المتطلبات البشرية والمادية والتقنية والتجهيزات ونحو ذلك التي سنحتاجها لتحقيق ما نريده. طيب، فهذه عموما هي الثلاثة المراد تحقيقها. طيب، مثلا سأرسل لكم بعد هذه الحصة إن شاء الله سؤالا بسيطا ضمن الام سي كيو التي تحدثنا عنها. سأقول لكم ما يلي: you are an engineer. Okay, you need what MCQ? Okay, we talked about the MCQ. After each session there will be an MCQ. Multiple choices, yes. طيب, if I ask you this: an engineer is trying to fix a car. What do they need? Okay, and you have four options. You're going to take out one of them. So three are correct, one is false. Okay? So an engineer is trying to fix a car. What do they need? One, time. Two, technical resources. Three, creativity. Four, money. Time, technical resources, creativity, money. Which one is not needed for a car engineer to fix the car? Money. Okay, creativity. I'm sure you will give. Okay, I'll repeat the question. So you have a car engineer trying to fix a car. They would need which three? One, money, creativity, technical resources, time. Which of the three or which of the four is not needed? Creativity. They don't need creativity? Okay. Creativity, money? No, they don't. Okay. So they don't need creativity. They don't need to be creative in the sense that beyond knowledge, engineering is creativity. Yes, I agree. I agree, Sarah. Yes. Okay. Wait. Can I say your names? Is it okay to mention your names because I'm reading the messages and answering them, or would you like me to just read the message and answer without mentioning the names? Is it fine to mention your names? Sure. Okay. Okay. Great. So I feel that the one thing that an engineer would not need is money because yes, I will be paid later, but I will not need money to do the job, right? So I have the technical resources. I mean, I have the tools, I have the machines, I have everything. So after that, they will pay me because I used the technical tools. I used my knowledge, of course. I used my creativity because not everybody will see the problem in the same way, and therefore everybody will not think of the solution of the same way. That's what we need to pay attention to, right? Okay, perfect. But you need money to have the tools to fix the car. True, true. But you already have the tools, so you don't need the money. The money will be a reward. So the answer is money. Yes, I agree. Okay, now this for what for sorry, for a computer engineer. Let this be the last question, okay? For a computer engineer, what is the most important tool? Okay? For a computer engineer, what is the most important tool? The idea, the computer, electricity, sorry, or time? Time, electricity, the computer, or the ideas? For a computer engineer, computer, ideas, computer, okay, ideas. I will repeat the four options. So you have ideas, computer, time, and electricity. The most important, yes, sure, electricity. If you have 2,000 ideas, right, and you have the best computer ever, and you have all the time in the world, but you don't have electricity, can you use the computer? Of course not. Yeah. You see, so this is what we're talking about. Of course, there is an importance of ideas. Of course, there is the idea of creativity. But at the same time, an engineer depends on their tools, right? An engineer depends on the tools. So ثمة أهمية للأفكار ولطريقة رؤية المهندس للمشكلة حتى يتمكن من حلها. ولكن أيضا ثمة قدر من الوسائل أو قدر من المعطيات آه، المادية أو التقنية التي يجب أن تتوفر حتى نتمكن من حل هذه المشكلة. All it's true. لم أفهم. أوكي. إذا طيب هل ثمة أسئلة في علاقة بالدرس في حد ذاته؟ هل ثمة أسئلة في علاقة بطبيعة المادة؟ لم يكن ثمة درس كبير اليوم، هو فقط تقديم للمادة، هو تقديم لطريقة احتساب العلامات. لن يكون ثمة أسئلة بعد هذا الدرس، لا، لأننا لن نتحدث بشكل كبير، ولكن قد يكون ثمة أسئلة بسيطة، بمعنى مثل ما فعلنا الآن، يعني ما هي أساسيات دور المهندس؟ ما علاقة أو ما هي أساسيات اللغة التقنية ونحو ذلك. طيب، فلن يكون ثمة أسئلة معمقة. طيب، اتفقنا؟ شو إجابة سؤال مهندس الحاسوب؟ الكهرباء، لأنه دون كهرباء لن يستطيع المهندس، وإن كان ذا أفكار عبقرية، وإن كان ذا حاسب ممتاز، وإن كان ذا وقت طويل، لن يستطيع استعمال الحاسوب دون كهرباء، أليس كذلك؟ Please, if only the important points are repeated in both languages in the upcoming lectures. Sure. But the four choices are important and all depends on themselves, how not to be confused. Yes, the four are important, but one of them is more important than all the others. Without electricity, I cannot work as an engineer, right? Without my tools as a mechanical engineer, for example, can I work? Of course not. And a chemical engineer, say, I'm a chemical engineer. If I don't have a lab, can I work? Of course not. You see? So some of the tools are more important than others. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? All right, good. Okay. Now, do we have any final questions? So today we studied. Let's make a little summary. We studied what's an engineer? Okay, we studied what are the aspects of technical English? Why is it different, or how is it different from literary English, for example? And three, we studied how are we going to talk about technical English? I mean, what are the steps of dealing with technical English? So, you will have what do we have to study for this week before the next lecture? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm going to answer it right now. So, you need to do two things. One, I'll send you a document that this is the document that I was just showing you. You see? And you would have a look at it. You don't need to download it. You don't need to, I mean, you don't need to print it out. Okay? It's just downloadable. That's all. Okay. And number two, you're going to try and answer this question for me. Okay? In a little paragraph, if you can. Right? In a little writing, if you can. What question? Here it is. It's going to be mentioned right now. So, why is technical English important to you? Let me write it in the chat. Why is technical English important to you? Okay. So, okay, wait. Why is no? It got sent by mistake. Sorry for that. English important to you. Okay, what's the point behind this? I want to see your writing, okay? I want to see how do you write. Is there an issue or is there any kind of problem that we can fix? We're good? Okay, fine. Let's conclude. Do we have any final questions? Any last questions, please? All good? Great. Okay. I'm sorry for the health. Inshallah, by next week I will be healthier and I will be sneezing less so that the quality of the voice would be better. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Only the PDFs. Only the PDFs. You will not need anything else for the final exam. All good? Inshallah, it's really okay for us. Okay, thank you. Get well soon. Hopefully. Thank you very much. All right. So see you next Sunday. Maybe I will send a poll again and you will select the timing. If you feel that the timing needs to be earlier, I don't have any problems. إن كنتم تريدون وقتا أبكر للحصة لا مانع عندي. إن كنتم تريدون البدء على الساعة الثانية مثلا أو الواحدة أو أي وقت. كما أخبرتكم يوم الأحد عطلة أسبوعية عندنا فلا بأس في أي وقت أردتم حتى صباحا إن كان ذلك مناسبا. المهم عندي أن يكون الوقت مناسبا لأغلبكم حتى يتسنى لعدد مناسب منكم الحضور إن شاء الله. طيب. Thank you for attending this introductory session, and we will meet in the next sessions, inshallah, as planned on Sundays via, via Zoom, and I'll send you the Zoom recordings on WhatsApp, and I'll upload it on Google, on Moodle as we said earlier. All good? All right. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure. It's an honor. شرف كبير لي ومتعة كبيرة أن أخدمكم كما ذكرت سابقا في كل حال. feel free to ask me anything. أن أرجو منكم أن لا تترددوا في سؤال في طرح أي أسئلة في أي وقت، وسأجيب عنها كلما استطعت إن شاء الله. Thank you very much and see you next week إن شاء الله. Have a good day. السلام الله ورحمته عليكم وبركاته. نراكم قريبا إن شاء الله. Nice to meet you. It's definitely a pleasure for me. Right. Bye bye. I'll send you the recording in a moment.